Hello, y'all. This is Julian Rico. It's time for NFL Week 15 updates. Shall we begin? Make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that like button for more sports news. Let's get to these game updates. Let's start with Thursday Night Football game. The Rams just find ways to win. They win against the Niners 12-6. Kobe Turner, who was in the Masked Singer, had 5 total tackles, 3 solo tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, 2 QB hits as the Rams go 8-6 and try to catch up with the Seahawks in the NFC West. And I think I was told they are in first place in the NFC West. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, it's elimination season for them. Of course, Devondre Campbell will not be playing, will be suspended 3 games. You've seen the story on that day. But tough year. They go to 6-8 in the Niners. Good luck this season. Washington survived in New Orleans as they beat the Saints 20-19. Jane Daniels, 25 out of 31, 226 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, a rating of 118.5 rating as the Commanders go on and go 9-5 this year, while the Saints fall to 5-9, and sounds like their division race is off the limits, and it sounds like it's going to come down to the Bucs and the Falcons. The Chiefs prevail in a huge win, scoring 20 points, finally beating the Browns 21-7. George Karlaftis, 2 total tackles, 2 solo tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, 3 QB hits. The Chiefs go 13-1, and yes, Mahomes is injured, so we are not sure if he'll play on Saturday against Houston. We'll find out. Well, the Browns, they go 3-11 in a rough year. Now they got to go to Cincinnati, the Battle of Ohio, to take on the Bengals. The Bengals, on the other hand, getting a massive win against Tennessee to keep their playoff hopes alive, 37-27. Joe Burrow, 26 out of 37, 271 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks, a rating of a 95.7 rating as the Bengals go to 6-8. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they fall to 3-11, and the news confirms that Will Levis has been benched, I'm assuming, for the rest of the season. Therefore, that will mean that Mason Rudolph, you're stepping up as QB1. All right. The Houston Texans beating the Miami Dolphins 20-12. Derek Stingley Jr., 5 total tackles, 3 solo tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 2 pass defense, and 2 interceptions as the Texans go to 9-5, and with the Colts loss, they win the division. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, you have to win the last 3 to be in the playoffs, and they're going to need a lot of help if they're going to be in the playoffs. Ravens dominated the Giants 35-14. Lamar Jackson, 21 out of 25, 290 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, and a QB rating of 154.6 rating as the Ravens will go to Saturday to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers with a 9-5 record. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's either Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders, whoever you guys want to pick up as they go to 2-12. The New York Jets ending a losing streak that started way long ago, and their first win since week 9. And plus, congratulations to interim head coach Jeff Ulbrich, his first win as an interim head coach. They win it 32-25 against the Jaguars. Devontae Adams, 9 receptions, 198 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns as the Jets get back in the win column. They go 4-10. For the Jaguars, they fall to 3-11. And their match against the Raiders is the loser gets the number 1 overall pick. The Cowboys come to Charlotte, and they took down my Panthers 30-14. Brutal. Cooper Rush, 18 out of 29, 214 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, a quarterback rating 119 rating. And you let the Cowboys stay alive in the playoffs, Carolina. We're supposed to beat them. We were favorites, and you let the underdogs win it. Brutal. Cowboys go to 6-8, while the Panthers are eliminated for playoff condition, and they fall to 3-11. The Buccaneers come to LA and dominate the Chargers, 40-17. Mike Evans, 9 receptions, 159 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. The Bucs control their destiny to win the division with an 8-6 record. Chargers, on the other hand, they fall to 8-6 also, but they have a short week as they go to Denver to take on the Denver Broncos. Speaking of the Broncos, Denver dominated the Colts 31-13. Nick Bonito, 5 total tackles, 3 solo tackles, a half a sack, 1 tackle for loss, a QB hit, 1 touchdown that was Deontay Mitchell who threw a lateral pass interception. The Broncos go to 9-5 and they're 1 win away to clinch a playoff spot for the first time since 2016. Maybe 16 or 15. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they control their destiny in their last 3 games, but they're going to need a lot of help as they fall to 6-8. The Cardinals are flying high as they took down the Patriots 30-17. James Conner, 16 carries, 110 rushing yards, averaged 6.9 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns as the Cardinals go to 7-7, while the Patriots fall to 3-11, and all the stipulations on Gerard Mayo. Yep. The game that really had all the entertaining, the Bills winning at 48-42. James Cook, 14 carries, 105 rushing yards, averaged 7.5 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns. Not only that, this is my MVP of the week for the first time ever. Josh Allen, 23 out of 34, 362 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, a QB rating of 122.4 rating. Also scored 2 touchdowns on the ground. Josh Allen is your MVP. Your MVP goes to Josh Allen. Congratulations. Yeah, Josh Allen is it's going to be your MVP in the NFL awards as they go to 11-3. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they fall to 12-2, and injuries are piling. Aleem McNeil out for the year. David Montgomery out for the year. Carlton Davis out definitely with a jaw injury. So this is a devastating Lions team with a bunch of injuries. The Battle of Pennsylvania belongs to the Eagles as they took down the Steelers 27-13. A.J. Brown, 8 receptions, 110 receiving yards, a touchdown as the Eagles go to 12-2, while the Steelers fall to 10-4, and here come the Ravens snaking through that division. Sunday Night Football introduced a Pack Go win, 30-13 over the Seahawks. Josh Jacobs, 26 carries, 94 rushing yards, 3.6 yards on the ground average, and 1 touchdown as the Packers go to 10-4. While the Seahawks, this hurts, but now they have to focus their opponent against the Vikings, who they have to win to try to at least keep up with the Rams in the NFC West. Let's go to Monday Night Football from yesterday. The Vikings dominated the Bears 12-30. Justin Jefferson, who shout out Randy Moss, shout out to him with that, who was fighting cancer. 7 receptions, 73 receiving yards. He's been targeted 13 times and a touchdown. Show the love to Randy Moss. Shout out to Randy Moss. As the Vikings go to 12-2, while the Bears fall to 4-10. The Atlanta Falcons getting a win against the Raiders, 15-9. Bijan Robinson, 22 carries, 125 rushing yards. He averaged 5.7 yards on the ground. The Falcons try to catch up with the Bucs with a 7-7 record, While the Raiders, there was a sign that says tank for Shador. So Sanders might be going to Vegas as they fall to 2-12. This week I went 10-6. So nothing to say, but it is what it is. But my overall record 139-85. Yeah, I gotta do better on these final 3 weeks of the season before we get to playoffs. Breaking news from college football, really quickly. Norfolk State, the Spartans have hired Michael Vick as their next head coach. Congratulations to Michael Vick to go into Norfolk as their next college football head coach over there in that program. That is it for today. If you have not seen my bowl predictions, college football predictions, bowl predictions, go ahead and check that out on the top of your screen. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.